Welcome, everybody, to another edition of the Sideline Study Podcast. What is going on, everybody? I apologize for a little bit of being off schedule, and I'm still doing it. It's not on my end this time. I'm not getting feedback about the show. It's always on my end, and I heard feedback this time. I'm not sure where it came from, but I guess that's the normal intro now. From now on, we're just gonna hear some echoes.
Sorry about that.
I welcome all of you guys being here because I once again I was apologizing for the delay. My power just went off. And, like literally, I was just telling these guys before I came on the air. We were getting ready to go, and I was going, "You guys ready? Let's do this." And then the power went off. Shazam! And then it wanted to fuck me over tonight for some reason. I don't know why, but I heard everything go off in the house. The alarm had to reset and everything. I'm so glad that we had internet so I could do the show tonight with you guys. And now that we get the show going, why don't we go to my co-hosts? One of them from the Coop Show, Mr. JP Baker. How you doing this week, my friend?
Doing good, man. Wow, what a win by those Packers. That was probably the best defensive performance I have seen them do in like 5 years. I was worried about that game. Not gonna lie.
They were against the Buffalo Bills this week, so I don't think you were too worried about that. I think
I was. After what they did to Minnesota, I'm a little worried.
I think that you mentioned that last week too, didn't you? You say don't sleep on Buffalo too much, didn't you?
Don't sleep on Buffalo too much. I still don't. I still don't think they're as bad as people make them out to be. It's just that the Green Bay I think they finally figured out what they need to do. And I hope they just played basic. It's vanilla, but they played basic. All right. They played.
Now I'm getting a copyright strike from. But that's my father. 1 second. Let's take his phone call. Let's see what he wants. Hello.
Hey, Coop.
Hey, just want to let you know you're on the air.
All right. Good evening, Air.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want me to call you off air after I'm done the show?
No, I can talk right now. So I got my appointment moved from Wednesday to Thursday morning. Did you still need to go downtown Vancouver tomorrow afternoon, or do you want me to drop you off somewhere?
It depends what time I get done work tomorrow.
All right. Okay.
All right.
We'll talk about it at work then.
All righty. Well then.
Do you need any money for any?
No. Don't ask me that. I'm working hard. All right. See ya. Fucking parents.
Right?
I'm fucking working a part-time job, asshole. All right, let's go over to Goonie 20. What's going on with you and your Baltimore Ravens this week?
They did pretty damn good this week. I was a little worried, but we pulled through.
Hashtag fuck Heather.
Oh, by the way, in picks this week, you might as well say it. You are the queen of picks. 16 and up. No, 16 and 0? Oh, no, one of them was a tie this week, right?
No,
there were no ties.
15 and 0. No, there's only 15 games.
Oh, okay, that's right. I think there were some games that took. Okay, all right. Yeah, because the bye weeks kicked in this week.
Yes, yeah.
Aha, that's why. So congratulations, 15 and 0.
Don't feed her ego.
All right. Let's go over to the Carolina Panthers fan over there who's got the cat backwards today, looking badass. Bobby, what's going on, my friend? How'd you like Carolina this week?
Pretty good. Carolina was great. We had a bye week, so we didn't play anybody.
Yeah, that's right.
This weekend. And I will say this: you're probably the only person in history to get a fucking turkey over.
Oh my god! I did not want to mention it until later on, but that's okay. We have to now. Everybody's thinking about this goddamn fucking turkey.
I don't even know what the hell's going on with it.
Okay, so what you missed is on Saturday when you guys left, If everybody knew, everybody was aware, I bought a frozen turkey and showed it off on Twitter. And I asked people online, what the hell do I do with this turkey? Because I've never cooked a turkey before. So it was brought up on the show after you guys left, when I was a little bit intoxicated. And and my mic was on mute for about 45 minutes throughout the show.
Oh no!
And so every time they kept going to me, I kept trying to give an answer, and it was just apparently they would give an answer back, and I didn't realize I was on mic the whole fucking or mute the whole fucking time. So all they said in reply was just, okay, whatever he said, just all we care about is the turkey. Just remember that. It's just, and then it was an ongoing joke on and on. And I went downstairs and I brought up the frozen turkey to go along with the joke.
Okay.
Because I didn't know what was going on. And then finally I put the turkey down, and then I went off. I was like, oh, my microphone was fucking up. That's why, and everything. So now everybody's freaking out about this goddamn turkey.
Wow.
And now this Saturday we have to give it its funeral in the sink. We'll have to put it that way. So look. I look forward to this Saturday, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
Hashtag get the turkey. So make sure you join us. It's going to be a fun funeral. It's going to be the funnest funeral in history, I think. I don't know. Anyways, what would you guys? There's a big topic that I wanted to quickly, first of all, throw out there for everybody in the room. Obviously, the Earl Thomas situation. Everybody's been talking about it, and as a Seahawks fan myself, I want to give my thoughts on just quickly before everybody else about this whole situation.
Okay.
First of all, the Seattle Seahawks, in my opinion, failed to get rid of this guy before this guy was a problem. Do you guys agree with that?
I don't. Yeah. I'm gonna say this real quick. I don't know. Honestly, to be honest with you, Coop, you've been a fan of Seattle for how long?
Well, since I moved here, so maybe about 5 years now.
Okay, so I mean, Earl Thomas has given everything to Seattle.
Right.
In my opinion, I think he deserves to get what's coming to him.
Mm-hmm. Right.
He's one of the best safeties in the league.
Yes, and that's why he wants to be.
The last 5-6 years, there has not been any better. Once he got hurt, remember when he got hurt the first time, how that team just fell apart?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the Cam Chancellor, I think he was good, but he's not playing anymore. So
Cam Chancellor, it was Earl Thomas. Earl Thomas, and Sherman, Earl Thomas held that defensive backfield together. He was the Legion of Boom, in my opinion.
Yeah, he was the commander.
He was the glue that made that team what it was, especially that secondary.
Right.
You could not. I mean, you could get a yard, but after you got that yard, you got fucking hit.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't matter who it was. Some of the best tackling cornerbacks in the league, I'll give Sherman that, and Browner, them two. That's when the Legion of Boom kind of went away when Browner left. Mm-hmm. Because then they started to expose that other cornerback. Yeah, he was okay, but he was no Browner and he was no Sherman. So, but again, Earl Thomas, I'm not gonna say that he doesn't deserve what he had coming into him. That's just me, and I'm sorry that Ruby has pink eye, Drew. Right?
Well, I was just, in my opinion, from a organization when he was great. Everybody loved Earl Thomas until that Cowboys incident when he went up in the hallway and he asked, "If you have the chance, come get me." At that point, a lot of people's views changed about him as an individual. A lot of people thought he was selfish, that he shouldn't be even doing that right now while he's still on the team. He should be wait till a free agent. But I'm just asking you from your guys' perspective, if you were in charge as a GM, and you saw something like that, would you want this guy still in your team, or would you actually just try and get rid of him right away?
I would have if that was the case, I would have got rid of him right away.
That's where I'm like kind of starting off this, because absolutely everything you're right. He's given everything about the team. It's just at that time, I'm just saying right now that that's probably when they should have gotten more value for him.
Right, but I'm gonna say this though. I know Heather's wants to say something, but okay. He's like, God damn, this motherfucker's talking again. I just Seattle is not a very good organization. Their ownership sucks. Yes, they have the guy. Paul Allen has money up the ass. But when you treat your players the way he has, I would have done the same fucking thing. I would have said, I'm out, dude. I'm going to go over to this locker room and see if they want me. Because I guarantee it, Dallas would love to have him. They would have loved to have had him because their secondary is wretched. And that's how good Earl Thomas is.
Yes. He would definitely fit in with Cowboys. Everybody was talking about it, too.
Right.
But and Bob, what was your idea? Just as Earl Thomas as an individual, when he went up to a Cowboys and said, "If you have a chance, come get me." What is your thoughts as an individual, as a player? Do you think he's selfish of him doing that? Would you get rid of him right away?
Yeah, because if he's already gone to organizations saying, "Hey, come get me," then what's the point of him even being there? If he's already wanting to leave, why keep him? Because at that point, his best interest is not with the team anymore.
Yeah. And Goonie, what about you? I just wanted to get everybody's thoughts about this subject before we moved on.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't necessarily view it as a selfish move and it just being a selfish move. I think it was probably him being selfish for self-preservation for his career for that whole Cowboys incident. Because now look, he's broken the same leg twice.
So, most likely done.
Yeah, exactly.
It's sad. He was a good talent, and accidents happen. But just continuing off from that, just if I was a manager, I would get rid of him because he still was a high factor of time. I would get a couple of nice draft picks to try and build up from that and try and rebuild the team, because I already felt the team was going off into a little bit of a downhill a few years ago anyway. So it's just, I'm always thinking ahead. It's just, you always got to have young depth behind you and make sure you have that young talent too, right? So that's why I really like Green Bay as a team. They've always done very good with depth.
Yes. Well, they're one of those teams, and their management does a really good job of taking care of their players.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Even if they do get hurt, they still take really good care of them.
Yeah, I've always liked that about Green Bay. But just moving on a little bit into further details about the Earl Thomas incident. So what was going on is Earl Thomas, his last year was up, and he wanted a new contract, and he wanted to feel safe from playing the game. So all these players, they hold out on their rookie contracts or whatever contract they're on because they want a new deal, and they want to feel safe down the road, down the future, for the families and for themselves, for the safety of the game. Mm-hmm. That's what these players do. And that's why when Earl Thomas came back after one of those last days, he chose to come back. All these other players, they were still holding out. Earl Thomas was one of those players that came back because he wanted to be there for the team. And now in the week 4, the Seattle Seahawks, without him, I don't think they would have won a fucking game, in my opinion. I really think that the Seahawks are that bad. And just Earl Thomas was making interceptions. He was making plays for that defense for a couple of games. Mm-hmm. And then in the week 4 game, he suffered a broken leg that had him carted off the field. And then what he did was he gave the one finger salute to his sideline. So that is the last we're going to hear of Earl Thomas this year. He's done for the season. We'll we'll go on with all these thoughts. Bob, we'll start with you, man. What Earl Thomas giving the middle finger salute to his whole Seahawks line. What's going on with your thought?
Honestly, I think it's fucking hilarious because I can't stand the Seahawks. So him doing that is exactly how I felt for the last 4 years. 4 years.
Robert, calm down. Relax.
You're fucking legion of bullshit. Anyway, that's for not because I have the Super Bowl, Coop. No, anyway.
Well, at least.
But yeah, that's all I gotta say. That's just because it's the fucking Seahawks.
Well, I just wanted to give your thoughts on Earl Thomas, given his and these players holding out, Bobbitt. Just do you think that they're doing the right thing, holding out?
I don't know. I can't fully answer that because every situation is different. Like what Earl Thomas did, it probably would be completely different than like say Nathan Peterman from the fucking whatever team he's on. Like you don't fully know what's going on in a player's mind, so I can't really fully answer that.
If Nathan Peterman holds out for more money, I would punch the motherfucker in the forehead and then throw him out of the street.
I would just cut the guy.
What?
He's like, who are you?
I will say this. For Earl Thomas to hold out, I didn't mind it. Because, again, he's been in the league. He's only gotten one payday, and he is worth what he deserves. Mm-hmm. He wanted to stay in Seattle. Mm-hmm. But they wouldn't give him what he wanted.
Right.
We're going to franchise tag you, and then we'll think about it. This is Seattle. This is why teams franchise tag players. Excuse me. They franchise tag them because they want to see what they can do next year. Well, wasn't he in a contract year last year? Why are you going to franchise tag somebody? It makes no sense. If the guy performed last year and you give this guy 6 years and $60 million or whatever they were going to pay him, I don't even know what they were offering or what was offered or whatever. Give the guy his fucking money. Earl Thomas is worth that fucking money. Seattle, seriously? You're not going to pay one of the best players you've had on your team probably ever? Especially on defense, and you're going to sit there and for him to hold out, I applaud him for that. But I will say this. He didn't hold out during the regular season. He was thinking of his teammates. I don't think he was flipping off his teammates. I think he was flipping off the fucking coaches and the fucking management. I don't think he was flipping off his teammates. There's a difference there. The Le'Veon Bell issue, that kid can fuck off. He has never played a preseason game.
Spoiled brat.
He's a whiny little cunt. I mean, he's bigger than me, but he's a whiny little
cunt. Oh, the C word's been dropped, ladies and gentlemen.
Who needs to grow the fuck up? You've only been in the league 4 years, dude. You'll get fucking paid. Mm-hmm. Show me something for 16 games in a year. And then I'll think about fucking paying you. That's why Pittsburgh's not paying Le'Veon Bell.
I'll quickly get Goonie's thoughts on the Earl Thomas situation, and then we'll get into Le'Veon Bell because there's some news about him about that he might be going. So Goonie, what's your thoughts on Earl Thomas?
Earl Thomas, I agree with JP. He held out for his teammates. This way he could try and give them the best year that he could. But again, him holding out, look at where it put him now. He's now injured and cannot play for the rest of the year. Mm-hmm. And so, again, yes, him flipping off the sidelines, I do believe it was to coaches and management because they didn't take care of him.
Yeah, I was a little scared what he was actually flipping off at. So
Right.
that's kind of what I wanted to get everybody's opinion on. Is like, I need looking at the sign like, who are you mad at, Earl? That's what I'd like to know. But from a professional side, I would not have done that. I would have taken on social media or something like that. So, but
It's
just
just
he is an emotional guy.
professional way for him to do so. However, in the heat of the moment of you still have the adrenaline rushing from the game itself.
He just broke his leg.
Yeah.
Regular
It's
frustration.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never broken my leg, so I don't know. I can't say the feeling. So
I tore my. I'll tell you. I'll give you an example. I tore my knee in high school playing football, and the coach come over and he goes, "You all right?" And I looked at him and said, "Fuck you, you fucking cocksucker."
Jeez.
How do you think I fucking feel, you asshole?
Oh my god.
Screaming in fucking pain, and he has the audacity to ask me how I'm fucking doing. I'm doing fan-fucking-tastic. You ever heard that commercial, the drunk driving commercial, when the girl breaks her arm? And the girl says, "Oh my god," and my arm's broken. Then she does this, and she goes, I feel better. And the girl goes, "Oh, do you really feel better? Oh, thank God." She goes, "No, you fucking moron. I'm in fucking pain. I broke my arm."
I would be thinking of the Family Guy episode where the guy is getting shot a bunch of times out of the car, and then he's dead on the ground, and Peter goes up and goes, "Oh, geez, you okay?" Oh man. It's
You're frustrated when you get hurt, especially like that, and it's very painful, and you're going through those emotions. It's probably I flipped my coach off too. I flipped him off. In fact, I did. I flipped my coach off. I mean, he looked right at me. He said, "You doing all right?" "Fuck you, cocksucker." "No, I'm not doing all right."
And to be honest, I've been flipping off the Seahawks for the last 5 years, so.
Keep it up. I just as a professional, I don't know what his thoughts were, but obviously he was really mad at management with the Seahawks, and hopefully he just get well soon. I know it's going to be a speedy recovery for him. But a little bit of news that he was actually going to be traded, and that was to the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh no, there's the Chiefs. That's right.
So he was supposed to be traded, and the Chiefs were trying to clear cap space for him.
Mm-hmm.
And then just that unfortunate incident.
The hard part for me to understand with that, though, is Eric Berry is back there. Why were they going to get rid of him? I wouldn't know. One of the best safeties in the league.
It is, and that's why I was thinking. It was like with Eric Berry and Earl Thomas, the two best safeties together. Holy shit, would that even work?
That'd be interesting. Well, they just drafted a safety this last year in the high rounds that is in the position that Earl Thomas is in, and is actually playing very well. Why would I don't understand why Kansas City would trade for that?
Maybe they're just their defense, I think, really needs to pick it up a little bit more. Maybe that's why they were trying to look into it. Maybe the guy's not ready.
He's been playing
because I do know that the Chiefs are 4-0 right now. They're looking hot. Did you guys see the game last night?
Watched a little bit of it. I watched Raw. I watched the end of it.
I tried when I got home from work. I tried watching a little bit. I watched the first half. And then I snoozed off by 8 o'clock. So I fell right asleep.
Yeah, every time I looked at the NFL app, they were tied. And then all of a sudden, Broncos took off. And it's just like, well, shit.
Right.
Yep. And then Patrick Mahomes, or what they're calling him now, Showtime Mahomes.
Yep.
Yeah. They're really good.
He's really high on Mahomes this year. He said it all along at the beginning of the season.
He's got the arm. He reminds me of a young Brett Favre.
Yeah, he's a fucking. I don't know how he did it. What a 2nd and 30, and they fucking went 33 yards. Holy shit! I think that was one of their plays.
Well, as a Packer fan, I remember 4th and 26. Don't get me fucking started on that shit. That was 2nd and 30. I remember 4th and 26.
Oh man. Oh crap! I think I didn't want that angle shot. That was a bad camera angle. Damn you, go hangout. You're supposed to not. You're not supposed to get the noise of me drinking water. Anyways, I keep thinking about that turkey. Anybody else? No, nobody's thinking about the turkey. No, I'm just turkey obsession right now. I can't help it, man. It's like the most exciting thing is I can eat a week straight. It's probably the most.
I love it.
I don't want to turn this into a turkey episode, so we'll just move on from there. Bobby, did you get to see the game last night?
I watched a little bit of it. After I just fell asleep.
Wow. Do we have the same brain, Bobbitt?
Pretty much.
You do.
Yeah, we might. Because all I know, it was just Patrick Mahomes was struggling in the first half of the game. Did you guys see that? He was struggling a little bit.
I didn't, like I said, I seen bits and pieces of the first half. Like I flipped over to see how the game was going.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't see much of the first half. I heard he struggled a little bit. But you got to remember, it's only his second year in the league. He's going to have his moments where he is still going to struggle.
Mm-hmm.
You look at Brett Favre. He's still going to struggle his first year. Baker Mayfield did not look too great, like I said. I mean, he had his moments. There are moments where he's going to look good, but there are moments where he's not going to look good. That's what you're going to get from rookie and second year players. You got to let them find their niche.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I from what I saw a little bit. So Jason Witten was helped doing play call last night for the game, and he pointed out that Andy Reid actually went over and sat down with Patrick Mahomes. And so they looked at it together. And Jason Witten does a good job observing this. And I really like him when play-by-play callers or commentators point this out.
Mm-hmm.
Andy Reid apparently is one of the very few coaches that actually is like a player's coach. He'll go and he'll actually talk with a player, right? So
right. He was Brett Favre's quarterback coach.
Oh, I did not know that. I did not know that.
That's where John Gruden got his start. He's quarterback's coach for Brett Favre. Or Eugene was Brett Favre's quarterback coach.
See, I like learning stuff every day, you guys. I did not know, but you can definitely tell that fucking Andy Reid is such a chill coach, man. He really is. When he got fired from Philadelphia, I actually felt bad for him.
Well, him getting fired from Philadelphia, he lost the locker room.
Yeah. Because
the locker room got bigger than what he had. Talented players in Philadelphia. I mean, look at who he had. But he could never get over the top because he lost the locker room. If you have young players, you can keep that locker room. That's why Green Bay that's why Mike McCarthy is so successful. He has young players. He has that meld of veterans and rookies and young players that he can rely on those older guys to keep those rookies in line, and he don't lose the locker room. I have yet to see him lose the locker room.
No, he's always been a very good coach. I definitely as a head coach. There's a couple of coaches that have been on the boat, like Ron Rivera. You know, he almost lost the locker room, but boy, did he prove everybody wrong. I think he's a great head coach for the Carolina Panthers. Hey, Bobbitt?
I ain't gonna say nothing bad about the man. He's never steered the Panthers wrong so far. So,
yeah, there was a time where he was on the red seat, and then he overcame that. I think, didn't he?
Yeah, I think it was 2011, 2012 when Cam first came into the league.
Yeah,
but ever since then, you know, well, Cam's success, everybody knows about. Luke Kuechly is one of the best defensive players in the game. So,
yeah. Well, you know why Luke Kuechly is so successful?
Why?
He's very intelligent, first of all. Apparently, he does really good stuff.
was a linebacker in the NFL. He's a defensive coach. Why is Ron Rivera so successful? Because he lets his offensive coach do his thing.
Oh, really? So it's not him. It's not Riverboat Ron.
Oh no, he's a defensive guy, man. Oh God, no. He has his hand in there. He's running his system, but this is what really annoys me about some people when they say, well, Mike McCarthy should be fired. Why in the fuck are you going to fire Mike McCarthy? What is he? He's been one of the most consistent coaches in the NFL. I hear that around here all the time. It's because he's only won one fucking Super Bowl. Can't go to the Super Bowl. Oh, there's only one team that can win a Super Bowl every year. It can't be Green Bay every year.
Yeah.
I can go with 12. I'd love for Green Bay to continue being 11-5. You know, and every now and then always making the playoffs, being competitive, being that team that could win the Super Bowl. There's nothing wrong with not winning the Super Bowl. I mean, it's everybody's ultimate dream, but not everybody can win the fucking Super Bowl. Look at Dan Marino. He never won a fucking Super Bowl, and I consider him the greatest quarterback of all time. Or right up there.
Dan Marino did win a Super Bowl, didn't he?
No.
He went to a Super Bowl, but he lost.
He went to a Super Bowl. He didn't win it. Yeah, that's why everybody makes fun of him all the time, because he never won.
Yeah.
But John Harbaugh is another coach in mind. I know your Ravens coach. He's always had a solid. Has he ever been on the hot seat?
Mm-mm. No, he's always been right up there as one of the best coaches.
I think they were like the one year they were really bad. I think they ended up 5-11 or something. The year that they got Flacco or something.
Yeah, when he first started out, he kind of was in the hot seat, but not really full-fledged there.
And I think that was only like his second year in the league too.
Right.
Mm-hmm. No, there's not too many good coaches that can hold on to a very long coaching position, and that's how you know when they have the locker room, right? That's probably what we're going back to, right?
Yep.
And sorry, Bob, I didn't know. My bad if I. Anyways, but anything else that you guys want to mention about the, week 4? Did you guys see any other games that you guys enjoyed, Bobbit?
Not really.
I do. I want to mention something, and Sarah's gonna fucking hate me. Why in the fuck do you go for it on 4th fucking down on your own 40-yard line? Punt the fucking ball. I don't care if it's a tie. You don't win. You don't lose. It's a half. It's you get a half a point or 50%. You don't look. Good God. You had an opportunity. Who did they play? The Texans? Mm-hmm. Who suck? Yeah. Who suck? Who can't move the ball? And you go for it on 4th down. You're doing nothing, especially if you don't make it. You're giving the other team an opportunity for momentum. They took momentum right away from it, and it just went the other way. That coach that made that decision, that deserves a firing. Pagano would have never made that decision. Never. I would have rather have taken a tie than lose to the Houston Texans in overtime.
I didn't get to see much of that game. So
the Indianapolis Colts may have just solidified themselves a top 5 pick with a decision. I don't see them winning very many games this year. Houston doesn't have an offensive line at all. That was bad.
All I know is that hopefully their defense is doing well, because I have them on my fantasy team, but they haven't done well at all since the beginning of the year. So,
and you can't rely on Andrew Luck to win you games. He's a great quarterback. I'm not taking anything away from the guy. But here's the thing. You can't – I said this on Sunday. I said it the day that they got their ass handed to them. You can throw 56 times for 400 yards, but if you don't win, it's all for naught. That's all I'm going to say. That's one thing that I would never have made that decision. I would have fucking punted the ball away and hoped to God that I stopped him for a turnover or whatever. Because Houston was going to try to win that game.
They needed to win that game. So
yeah, they did. Indianapolis needed to win that. They had all the momentum in the world. Punt the ball. Punt the damn ball. This is the NFL.
Think smart, not stupid.
Every game counts in the NFL. There's only 16 of them.
Yeah. Sorry, I feel like a water burp coming up or something. I don't know why. It's like I chugged too much water.
I'm eating corn nuts over here and went down the wrong tube. I almost fucking spit them all over the place. But that's all I have. That's all I wanted to talk about. Just that two things this week was the Earl Thomas thing, which, again, I'll say that Earl Thomas, he deserved his money, and I don't think he was flipping off his teammates. I think he was flipping off management and coaches. And then this Indianapolis Colts making the decisions. Was there 3 or 4 overtime games this past week?
I think they've won. Sorry, you said 3 out of 4 this last week?
4 or 4. I can't remember how many overtime games there were.
Oh, there was 3 this week.
I think there's been an overtime game every week. Yeah.
Wow.
It's unprecedented.
Yeah. I'm just glad we didn't have any ties this week.
I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum. I don't mind the ties. That just means that both teams are playing their hardest and giving you everything that they have.
I wonder how many ties I would have won, or losses I would have gotten this week if there were ties in the week. Wait, I only got one. How many did I get right this week? I think it was 11. So
yes,
yeah,
but yeah.
So I just wonder if the ties would have been a factor at all. Anyway, but I want to get to Bobbitt because Bobbitt. Do you have anything else that you want to add this week? Any players that pissed you off at all or anything?
No, a lot of close games, a lot of overtime, and my Cubs just now tied it up.
Oh, you watching the Cubs and Rockies?
Yeah, I'm a huge Cubs fan.
Yeah, my Brewers beat the Cubs yesterday. We won fucking Central Division, bitches.
Shut up.
So how does it work? Is like a wild card is just one game, right?
Right. Yep.
Yeah. So keep us up weight because apparently the Rockies they've got quite a good roster. So.
Well, right now they're tied and it's bottom of the 8th.
Bottom of the 8th.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Fuck. Why are we talking football when there's fucking baseball on TV? Fuck this. We're all going home tonight. In fact, no, I don't think we watched too much college this week, did we?
I watched the Ohio State-Penn State game this week, and that was about it.
Okay. The Syracuse game was here with Clemson on my end. Now, here's my question to you guys this week. Syracuse was 4-0. I don't know if they won this week or not.
No, they lost to Clemson.
They lost to Clemson?
By 4, yes.
Oh, okay. Now, why were they unranked when they're 4-0?
Because they weren't supposed to be very good this year.
So they don't rank the teams during the year?
They should, and they can't rank every team.
This is why I think they do it. It all depends on the toughness of the schedule and how good the team is. Like Syracuse, yeah, they was 4-0, but their schedule and how good they are depends on all that. Like Wisconsin, for instance, Wisconsin's always ranked high because Wisconsin's always has a good team, and plus they have a tough ass schedule.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, because like I've been wondering, and just like Syracuse was a 4-0, they must be doing pretty damn good, but they also might be going against really shitty teams.
Yeah, that'll do it
every time.
Okay. Well, I think they were actually beating Clemson for quite some point in the first quarter.
They ended up losing in the last few minutes of the game, I think.
So I give credit to Syracuse. I'm not sure. Do you think of them as a pretty shitty team, or
they'll probably go 6, 7, and 5, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that like normal for them? I don't cheer for the Orange.
Sure. I don't even think they were over 500.
Oh God. Okay, so I just remember me going to a Syracuse Orange basketball game. So I just remember that. And they actually cover the court, and they only play half court or something like that.
Syracuse has always been known for their basketball team more than the football team, to be honest with you.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I was just questioning why they're 4-0 and they were unranked. So.
Well, Syracuse used to be really, really, really fucking good at football, but then they joined the ACC and
fucked themselves up that way.
All right, so I won't be a Syracuse fan. We've crossed Syracuse out for me.
I mean, you never know. They're good at basketball, but they have a tradition in football. That's where James Brown came from. Mm-hmm. Jim Brown. That's where he came from.
Jim Brown. Yeah. I'm starting to lead towards Colorado for some reason. I don't know why. It's just like the passion for the team, the mascot getting shot in the nuts. It's like everything's going right for Colorado for some reason for me. I don't know what else they could do except for just like win somehow. But are they ranked unranked or
who? Colorado?
Yeah.
I don't think they're ranked.
No,
okay.
They ain't ranked.
Okay, so
they're not one of those teams. They were a couple of years ago. But for some reason, Colorado, I mean, where Boulder is, it's out in the middle of nowhere. And they used to have a really good team, but once they disbanded from the Big 12, they kind of just went south. It's just not even, they're there, but who cares, I guess.
So what do you mean? Like they disbanded? Are they allowed to leave something? Or
well, see, like Nebraska went and joined the Big 10. They were in the Big 12.
They just said, "Fuck you guys! We're joining this one."
No, they just Big 12. For some reason, nobody wanted to be in the Big 12 anymore. I don't know why. Because they had Texas, and it's because of Texas and Oklahoma. Because nobody can get any fucking players. Because Texas and Oklahoma hog everything. So Colorado left because one of their big recruiting areas was Texas. That's where they got a lot of their players from. Nebraska was getting to be the same way. They got a lot of their players from Texas. So they're like, yeah, we ain't going to get them. We're just going to join the Big 10. They thought they'd dominate the Big 10. As you can see, they haven't dominated the Big 10. But they're trying to expand their recruiting. That's why Colorado's in the Pac-12 now. So they joined the Pac-12 to get recruiting from California because there's tons of players in California. Like there's tons of players in Texas, but Texas and Oklahoma hogging them. Well, now Texas A&M, who joined the SEC.
Okay. So are you allowed to like move a team to a conference?
I can't remember how that rule went, but there was for some reason they realigned the league and they gave teams an opportunity to move to a different conference. So I think something like that. I don't know why Nebraska. I think that's why Nebraska left because they weren't doing anything in the Big 12, so they decided to move conferences. And it was a good move because it's actually closer to like Wisconsin and Iowa, and there's more rivalries that they can get out of that. Colorado moved out to the Pac-12 because, well, there's Utah's right there, and Arizona State, they're right there. So they decided to just realign the leagues. But the funny thing about the Big 12 is they don't even have 12 teams; they only have 10.
The hell? They ghosted a few teams or something?
Yeah, they lost Colorado, Nebraska.
Oh, yeah.
They added West Virginia and TCU. I want to say they lost one more team, too. And I can't remember who it is.
Michigan?
But, yeah. There's only 10 teams in the Big 12. Why in the fuck do they call it the Big 12?
They must well just call it the Big 10 Part 2.
Well, no, that makes no sense. They should just go back to the old Southwest Conference because that's what I would call it because it's right,
right in that region.
There's so many leagues. So much college.
Virginia is in that conference. I'm sorry, and you've got Texas, Oklahoma State, Kansas. I'm like, what the fuck is West Virginia doing in the Big 12? It's all the way over on the fucking East Coast.
You would think that the West Virginia would join the ACC.
There was talk of that, but they already had enough teams. You'd think they would make it a super conference because in basketball that
exactly.
Yeah, but they didn't do it. Whatever, that's on them. Well, Missouri joined the fucking SEC. Texas A&M joined the SEC. Teams disbanding and leaving the Big 12. I don't know why. I really don't. Maybe.
Yeah. Like it seemed for the while like the Big 12 was like AIDS or something. Everybody wanted to get away from it.
Mm-hmm. Because the Big 12 wasn't getting any respect. It was all about the SEC. And I don't know why. Well, I know why.
I'm really trying to get this water burp out of my throat. It's stuck in there. I swear to fuck. At some point in this show, I'm gonna come out with this massive burp. It's just like a heartburn where it's stuck in there. But anyways, for us, not much college. We did pretty well for stalling. And we had a great conversation about where the fuck, why everything is unranked. So we did good for college talk this week, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's time to get into some week 5 picks. I think it's time, ladies and gentlemen. And so, if you're in the chat room right now, it is time to follow along with the panel this week. All of us are just going to give our thoughts and picks on each game, and make sure you give your pick below after each game that we mention. And I'm actually able to fucking talk right because I'm high today. Okay. So we might as well get to the Thursday night game between the Indianapolis Colts and the New England Patriots. And this one's going to be in New England. And look at Bobbit. We'll start with you already.
Patriots. If you choose the Colts in this game, just give up.
Oh, boy. Poor Sarah.
All right.
Oh God! All right, Goonie, who are you going with this week for the perfect?
Do you really have to ask? I mean,
I was trying to go for a perfect 10, but I just realized no, that one. Oh, that's what they need to. That's what they need to change the conference name to the perfect 10.
He's the perfect 9 now.
Oh God! What? He broke his finger?
Yeah, Randy Orton broke his finger tonight.
Is it like a storyline, or he did actually break his finger?
Stuck his finger in the fucking turnbuckle and broke his finger.
Yeah.
Pranked on that shit. It was fucking great.
Oh my God. I'm gonna watch the replay of that shit. Anyways, I think the perfect 10 is what they need to change that conference to.
Sarah's not going with the fucking Colts this week.
Whoa! Sarah's going with the Patriots?
Yep, she is, because she's actually
going with the football mind.
Okay.
And look at this. We actually, shout out to Rick, who's actually been following along with the show, but he hasn't been able to catch us live. And now I'm actually seeing him in the chat room. He's been one of the guys that has been leaving picks behind, but it's good to see him finally here this week. So thank you, Rich. Appreciate it.
I'm writing them down as they're showing up in the chat, so definitely keep up with us.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep up with the chat as well with you guys because I gotta get better hosting. Let's just face it. JP, who are you gonna go with this week?
What did I say last week?
So
I was so fucking torn. I did not want to pick the Colts.
yeah,
I am not ever picking the Colts again. Patriots. The Patriots are back. Everybody, no questions asked.
No, none whatsoever.
Nobody's going to beat them in the East because there is nobody in the East that is going to touch them. The only team that could is the Buffalo Bills, and my God, they need to fix their fucking offense.
Oh, all right. I'm just gonna go with the Patriots. Fuck you, Patriots. Fuck dicks. Oh, I hate them. I always hate picking them.
A lot of us do because of the fact that it's the fucking Patriots, but it is.
And I see a lot of people are going with the Patriots. Ace is going with Patriots. Alpha Patriots. Ronnie Patriots. David Patriots. Rick is going Patriots. Sarah, everybody. All right. Next game. Let's just move on, shall we? Let's start off with the Tennessee Titans against the Buffalo Bills. I gotta say, I'm kind of impressed with the Titans coming off that. Oh, there it is. There it is. It came out.
Finally.
It came out of nowhere. I called it. See, when I say stuff, I'm calling it too. Oh, man. Anyway. Excuse me, by the way. How impolite was that? All right. Titans are actually looking pretty good. Coming off a overtime victory over the Super Bowl champions. I'm gonna say I'm liking what the Titans. I'm gonna stick with them this week. I'm gonna pick the Titans. Bob, we'll go over to you. Tennessee Titans or the Buffalo Bills?
Where's this going to be at?
This one's in Buffalo.
Come back to me on this one.
Ooh, a little sleeper pick maybe? All right. JP, we'll go over to you then.
I had the chance to sit down and really watch the Buffalo Bills. I am a Green Bay Packers fan.
Unfortunately.
I have watched the Green Bay Packers play on defense for the last 3.5 years. They always give up huge plays. They didn't give Buffalo shit. Buffalo is, and Tennessee has a really good defense. Their defense played really well. Oh my God. It is at home. It's going to be closer than people think, but Tennessee is going to end up winning just because Buffalo sucks on offense. And no, it's not Josh Allen.
By the way, can we give a little update what after we make our picks here, how everybody's doing with the week 4 picks? I think just because I don't think anybody's heard so far, right? I think we only said off air.
Uncle, actually, go ahead and make your picks, and I'll have Heather tear that out for me.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry, I just realized we talked. I got too excited about how I did that we weren't on the air when we said it.
Okay.
I just want to make sure everybody in the chat room gets to know where how they're doing each week, right? So, just want to make sure everybody feels part of the show. That's the goal of what we all try and do. So, yeah, Cooney, who are you going with this week?
I'm going with the Titans again because They definitely showed mass improvement, and they are a tough team when it comes to their defense, as everybody has said. So definitely sticking with the Titans.
Bobbit, have you made your decision yet?
Yeah, I'm going Tennessee.
All right. We're riding the Tennessee wagon here. How's the chat room looking for picks when it comes to the Titans? Looks like everybody's going with Titans as well. All right. We can move on from that game. Looks like that was one-sided too. This one.
Everybody stop copying me.
We would be like Heather. It'd be undefeated.
The next game is a pretty tough one. I'll give a little people time to think about this one. It's the Atlanta Falcons against the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh,
fuck. Yeah, this one, to me, this one's tough because the Steelers need a win against a team. Or is Atlanta the team that they can do it against?
Where's this game at?
This one's in Pittsburgh too, I think. Yeah, this one's in Pittsburgh.
After the defensive display that I seen Pittsburgh show last night, I'm going with fucking Atlanta.
Wow. He's going Matt Ryan, Matty Ice, and the Dirty Birds. Going for the victory. Boy, man, it's just Atlanta Falcons have been pissing me off. They really have.
Same here.
I hate this fucking offensive coordinator. He came out really shitty, and all of a sudden that offense is all of a sudden start clicking. So I think a big piece of what they've been doing right now is they've been spreading the ball outside of they haven't been going as Julio too much. They've been actually going to Calvin Ridley, who's actually looking very good right now as a rookie wide receiver.
Right?
Yeah. I'm really liking him. So, and the Pittsburgh Steelers, something's not right in Pittsburgh. And when Ben Roethlisberger made that interception in that last 2-minute drive, I knew right. I was like, they need Bell back. So I'm going to go with the Dirty Birds too, and I'm going to go with the Falcons.
I'm going to make my pick before Heather goes.
Go ahead.
All right, Bobbit.
So she doesn't copy you?
I'm going with Atlanta because where Atlanta lost to Cincinnati last week, they're going to be pissed off. You do not want to play a pissed off Atlanta team. Atlanta pissed off is dangerous as all fuck.
well, so
I've seen it.
Well, the Super Bowl is being hosted there this year. They should be pissed off because they should be like contending this year, kind of thing. So they need. So you're right, but they don't have Devontae Freeman. That's a big downfall. It's the only thing bad about them. So, hopefully they get that win there, Bobbit.
Trust me, Atlanta's played Carolina while pissed off, and Carolina got their ass kicked. So I know how dangerous they are.
Yeah, you called that game too, Bobbit. You said don't watch out for them, so you called it. Who else have we missed here? We've missed Goonie, I think.
Yep. I'm actually going to go with the Steelers because what I saw with them against the Ravens, they're trying to get the team back together, and I think this week might be the week they do it.
Oh, she's going to go 14-1.
14-1.
Kick my water over. Oops. All right. Next game we got on the schedule here. Oh God, this is a garbage game already. The Denver Broncos against the New York Jets. Oh God. All right. Well, this game I'm just gonna go with the Jets because I think the Jets have a chance of winning. That's all. Who's up next here? Bobbit.
This is one of those games I don't care if I get right or wrong, so I'm gonna go Broncos.
It's the spirit that counts for this game.
Exactly.
All right, Goonie.
I am going to go with the Denver Broncos. I cannot bring myself to pick the Jets for anything.
JP?
Silly question. I'm going to go with Denver. Not because I don't like the Jets. This is a toss-up game, a garbage game. I hate to say it. I know you're a Jets fan, Coop. It's a garbage game.
Well, I already said it was a garbage game.
Denver is one of those teams they played well last week. They played well last night. Yep. But they don't have an offense. They don't have any offense. They don't have enough offense. This is a tough one. The Jets don't have enough offense to beat the Broncos. The Broncos really don't have that much of an offense either, is what I was trying to say. I'm picking the lesser of the two evils,
pretty much, with this game.
The fucking Broncos. Almost as bad as I hate the Bears, Lions, or fucking Vikings.
Oh, my.
All right, hopefully I can prove the panel wrong this week somehow, and Sam Darnold can prove everybody wrong somehow. Come on, Darnold.
Oh, no, I like Sam Darnold. I think he should have been the number one pick in the draft.
Mm-hmm. That's why he's actually been throwing the ball at least over 30 times a game now. So that's a good start for him.
Right.
That's why I'm kind of high on him right now. He's throwing the ball a lot, and he can run. So he can be a mobile quarterback.
He's definitely a very good quarterback. We're not doubting that at all, but the rest of the team can't keep up with him.
Yeah, speaking of which, Isaiah Crowell finally got fined for that incident where he was in the Cleveland game. Okay, if you guys are unaware of this stupid idiot, okay, Isaiah Crowell used to be a former running back for Cleveland, and now he's playing for the Jets. So he got a touchdown, and he friggin' wiped the ball on his ass like it was toilet paper and threw it at the fans. So he finally he's the stupidity of that. He got fined for that.
He also gained the team unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
Yeah, what a fucking idiot. Jesus Christ. Against why? I mean, do you hate the Browns that much? It's like because they wouldn't pay you because you're a fucking piece of shit. I don't know. It's like, why do the Jets give players like this a chance? I don't know. He could be a good player if he's more mature, but stupidity like that, I don't like.
Right.
Speaking of which, on my Will Disley video, it's gotten 7 dislikes. Good for me. Apparently, everybody hates the fact that I call him a wide receiver and he's a tight end. So, and he actually got carted off the field too. So he's actually going to be missing some time in Seattle. I'll teach him some fucking manners.
Are you talking about Tyler Eifert?
No. Oh my god. Oh god. Oh. I didn't even mention that this week until you mentioned. Oh God! Did anybody else see the injury?
No, I did not.
I don't think you want to see it, do you?
No, I've seen worse. I actually watched the game where Joe Theismann broke his leg.
My father was showing me this play where the San Francisco 49ers were against the Cincinnati Bengals, and some guy broke his leg. I think it was the.
Yep, I remember that too. I was watching that game.
Yeah. So that apparently that's like, and that was a Bengals player that also hurt his leg too. But Tyler Eifert, how the injury is his kneecap is looking straight and his ankle is completely like 90 degrees.
That's fantastic.
It's fucking nasty. If you haven't seen it, go check out the blog I did for the Sideline study. I've been starting to do more blogs because I feel like people just want to read my stuff more than listen to me, I guess. So, so catch up with those blogs if you guys want to read up. But there is a picture where it shows the injury. It's fucking gross. Anyways, what game were we into? I totally lost track. What was the season thing? It was the Jets and Broncos. Yeah. I'm gonna go with my Jets because Sometimes I like being right against the panel somehow. I don't know. Was the room thinking? No.
Well, you and Ace are the only two to pick the Jets. Everybody else.
Right, I've got Ace on my side. That's what's up. All right, Ace, let's prove him wrong, man. Let's get that win. All right, let's go Jets. Ooh, this one's going to be a good game. The Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Kansas City Chiefs, and this one is in Kansas City. This one's going to be a fucking tough one.
Not really.
JP, who are you going with this one?
For as much as I like Patrick Mahomes, I think this is one of those games where he's not going to be able to do what he thinks he's going to be able to do. Jacksonville has too good of a defense. Their secondary is one of the best in the league. I'm going with Jacksonville. I just don't see Patrick Mahomes continuing. He's going to have one of those games where he's going to run into a defense that's going to fucking make him look like a fool.
Good. What about yourself? Jacksonville.
Jaguars. There's no question about it.
Really? No debate. Why?
No.
Why so quickly?
They are the team thus far. I mean, they come out firing on all cylinders and don't stop.
Yeah, they have a loss, but that loss was a fluke. Because the way they bounced back last week, or this week, I don't think anybody's going to beat them. I mean, they're going to lose, but I just don't see them losing when it matters.
Bob, what about you?
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville. No, any reason? No thoughts about it?
They're scary good right now. Scary good. I see a lot of them in my 2015 Panthers when we went 15-1.
Nice. Well, they were really defensive, stacked up too. So Jacksonville's pretty stacked up on defensively.
They are.
The only thing that worries me, Blake Bortles is the only thing, but he proves everybody wrong. He proves a lot of people wrong.
He's a game manager. He's not one of those that. I don't know why they took him third in the draft. I mean, he's not a franchise guy, but he's been serviceable.
Yeah, he deserves my respect. At least he's done better than I expected.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with Jacksonville in this game, just because I feel like the defense is gonna be more dominant against Patrick Mahomes. I don't think he knows what's coming to him. He doesn't see Saxville coming at him all the time. He needs to get rid of the ball. He won't have the time to throw the ball like he will with Jacksonville. So they're gonna come at him.
He's a mobile quarterback too. Let's not forget. But as relentless as elusive as he is, that is how relentless Jacksonville is.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, I do know that this is definitely a game I'm going to be watching. I could actually care less about the other games. I'm actually just going to – I don't think I want to see the other games.
Watch. Everybody has Tyreek Hill on their team. They're going to say in ESPN, do not start him because of who they're going up against.
Yeah.
Jacksonville has very physical cornerbacks and very big cornerbacks.
Mm-hmm.
So that being said, they're going to knock Tyreek Hill around. I guarantee it.
Sorry, there was another water burp coming. I had to hide it so I wouldn't say it on air. All right, moving on to the next game. Hey, look, it's JP's Packers against the Trex Detroit Lions.
Oh, Jesus.
Where's it at?
Really?
Where's the game at? No, I'm just asking.
I think it's at the Lions.
It's in Detroit?
Yeah, it's in Detroit.
All right, look. Again, remember what I said about the Chicago Bears? It's one of those games that always fucking worries me because the Lions always play the Packers tough. For the last few years anyway, they played them tough. They have that kind of offense that Green Bay struggles against. I'm still going to go with Green Bay as long as they play defense like they did last week. And what I mean by that is if they played their basic, the way they played basic, straight up defense. They did nothing fancy. They did blitzes. They blitzed the shit out of fucking Josh Allen. If they can do that, because they've done it before to Matthew Stafford, Green Bay, I think they figured it out, but I think they're gonna give up yards because Stafford's gonna get his. As long as they don't let them get a running game going, I think Green Bay will be fine. That's what's gonna kill them. If Detroit is able to move the ball on both sides of the type of offense, running and passing, it's gonna be a long day for Green Bay. But I'm gonna go with Packers. I'm gonna go with the Packers barely. It's going to be like a 27-24 game.
Goonie, who are you going to go with?
Go with the Packers because it's going against the fucking Lions.
I'm telling you, you can sit there and laugh and shit, but I'm telling you, Green Bay struggles against Lions. They have the last couple of years. They got shut out twice last year, but they didn't have Aaron Rodgers either.
Mm-hmm. Bob, who are you going to go with?
Green Bay. I'm not stupid.
Okay. Detroit is happy once, but that was the only game I wanted them to win. So I'm going to go with the Packers because I just feel the Packers are a better team. That's all. But I do want to know the role of Kerryon Johnson of the Detroit Lions. I want to see more of this kid. He's a bruiser, it looks like. So, who's the chat room going with? It looks like everybody's going with Packers. Did I even have to look at the chat room?
Nope.
We could have just moved on to the next game, right? Okay, so Goonie, this one, I'll let you start off with this one. The Baltimore Ravens are going to the Dog Pound to see the Cleveland Browns.
Who's who? What?
The Ravens are going against the Browns in Cleveland. This is tough for me because
Not for me.
As much as I love my Ravens, the Browns are doing very well.
I'm going to say this right now. The Browns are fighting injuries on the secondary.
That they are.
Yeah.
That they are. I'm going to stick with my Ravens, but it's going to be a hard-fought game, I believe.
JP?
Going with the Ravens. It's right now the Browns have one of their top cornerbacks is out.
Is it Denzel Ward, the new kid?
He broke his arm.
Oh shit, that's right.
Surgery. They're expecting him back, but he's out right now. So with him being out, it's going to be an interesting day at the office for Cleveland. This might be one of those games where they get blown right out of the fucking water. Because it is the Ravens. The Ravens have a solid defense. Baker Mayfield's not going to be able to move the ball. I'm going with the Ravens. I just don't see the Browns competing in this one.
Now, are you actually saying that because of what you said, or because you just really hate Baker Mayfield that much?
Baker Mayfield's a rookie. That defense is that fucking good. If the way that they played fucking Sunday night is the defense that we seen the very first week. Yeah, they gave up, but that was on miscue after miscue after miscue that the Ravens let the Steelers back in the game. It wasn't anything that the Steelers were doing. Miscues and momentum has a lot to do with the NFL. Browns are too young. Their defense is good, but I just don't think they have enough offense to compete with the Ravens. And the Ravens' defense is good too.
Baba, who are you going to go with this one?
Baltimore.
Baltimore? No, not giving the Dog Pound a chance?
Look, the Browns are doing good, but they're, like JP said, they're fighting a lot of injuries. A lot of big injuries, too.
Myles Garrett's fighting an ankle, too.
Yeah, trust me, as a guy who's got a lot of ankle issues, shit sucks.
It's like the dog pound's got to keep pounding. Hopefully they'll get a get a win at some point. I'm gonna go with the Ravens. They're looking good right now. I'm liking what I'm seeing for the Ravens. I feel like they're the better team coming out of the NFC North right now. But Bengals are up there, but I think Baltimore has got the edge over them. I think right now. I think they're the hotter team. So I'm gonna go with the Baltimore Ravens.
Agreed.
And what is the chat room saying? We've got
Mostly
Sarah that's going to be going for the Browns. Interesting. Huh. So Sarah, you're not giving Indianapolis Colts a chance against the Patriots, but you're giving the Browns a chance against the Ravens. Interesting. I'm just anybody else going with the Browns? No, everybody else is going to go with the Ravens. Okay, next game. We've got the New York Giants against the Carolina Panthers. Bobbit, we'll let you start in this one. Give us your thoughts on Carolina this week, bud.
I'm going with Carolina. Carolina has a damn good team right now.
Yeah, I do. I do agree with you there. I think that Carolina.
And not only that, but we're playing at home, and we're pretty damn good at home.
Nice.
I am going to laugh my fucking ass off if the Giants go in there and fucking hand the Panthers an ass whooping.
Not gonna happen.
What you just said.
Not gonna happen.
Are you sure about that? Any given fucking Sunday?
I am 100% positive on that one.
We'll find out, ladies and gentlemen, if the Eli Manning train can somehow wreck Bobbitt's dreams this week. I don't know. Saquon Barkley against Christian McCaffrey. This is going to be a nice ground and pound battle. I'm looking forward to these two running backs that are going to be trying to get who can out carry one another. Christian McCaffrey, I'm really liking right now for the Carolina Panthers. So that's that I think is the main game to watch, is the ground game between these two teams. Saquon Barkley versus Christian McCaffrey.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with Carolina in this game over the Giants, just because I don't think the Giants are going to compete with that offense. So, Goonie, what are you going to go with?
It's a tough choice to make, but yeah, Bobbitt, I'm gonna go with you on this one. But if you're wrong, I'm never picking them again. Going with Panthers.
You heard it from the perfect pick herself. She will never pick the Panthers, which means she will never be perfect again. JP, did you make your prediction yet?
No.
He's still thinking.
No. I made my decision. So, Bobbitt, question: you think it's going to be a blowout?
No.
How close do you think it's going to be?
Probably within a touchdown.
Within a touchdown?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You think
What about score-wise, Bobbitt?
I think it's going to be probably 28-24 Carolina. Like, it's not going to be like fucking, Carolina gets Cleveland or something, but it's,
I
it's
don't
going to
think
be
Carolina can blow Cleveland out. I don't think Carolina's as good as everybody makes them out to be. I don't think Green Bay's as good as people make them out to be either. I don't think there's really any one dominant team in the NFL. I'm going to say this. Yes, the Giants are one of the 3 worst teams in the NFL. But they have one hell of a beast for a fucking running back. And if anybody has ever seen Saquon Barkley fucking play, you know you're going to get his very best. That kid is fucking amazing. He's better than Le'Veon Bell. That's how good this kid is.
Wow. Le'Veon Bell.
And he's a rookie. In the end, this is key. I know you picked up Eric Reed, right? This week?
Yeah.
He is that one.
And we're getting Davis back.
Okay, I understand that. Let me finish. Eric Reed is one of those guys that he could either make or break your year. And I told Bob at this. He is that one that stood by Colin Kaepernick this whole time with this whole issue. So he can divide a locker room and cause issues. I'm going to go with the reason I'm saying this is because they do have Odell Beckham Jr. Everybody forgets about him. I talk about Saquon Barkley a lot. They're going to get their yards either way. It's whether or not Carolina can outscore them. I do think Carolina will. It's going to be like a 31 to 27, 31 to 28 game.
So you're picking Carolina?
I'm picking Carolina, but it's going to be closer than people think. Because Carolina's defense is still suspect with their defensive backfield.
Yeah, I think it's going to be at least 3 touchdowns for each team in this game. Absolutely. I think so. I think we've all made our picks. How's the chat room looking for picks?
Everybody's going with the Panthers.
Everybody's going with the Panthers?
Yep.
Wow. All right. Clean sweep. Everybody's just going with the Panthers. All right. Bobby, you got backup this week, man. you got the whole everybody behind you. Okay. Next game we got here is the Miami Dolphins against the Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh fuck.
Oh boy. I'm gonna go with the Bengals. I just think they're the better team. I know that the Dolphins are a little bit higher right now. I think these are two teams that they've came out hotter than expected this season. So this one is a little bit of a trap game for me. So it's like the Bengals have been up and down. I've been liking what I've seen AJ Green getting the touchdowns with Andy Dalton and that. So I just feel that the connection with Ryan Tannehill is probably going to be off to a slow start against the Cincinnati Bengals. So I feel that the Miami Dolphins defense, there's a lot of hype that the Dolphins defense is very good. But I think Andy Dalton might do their job and just use their star players to get over the hump. So I'm going to go with the Cincinnati Bengals on this one. JP, what about you?
Miami sucks.
Really?
After that display that they fucking gave against the Patriots, who didn't have a fucking weapon because Gronkowski got hurt, and Josh Gordon is, you want to talk an overrated player. Josh Gordon is overrated. Miami is terrible. Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. I'm going with the Bengals. There is no way. With AJ Green is one of the best receivers. He's almost as good, if not better, than Julio Jones, in my opinion. AJ Green. They have too many weapons, Cincinnati. Too many.
Jenny, who are you going with?
Of course, Cincinnati. I mean, Miami is just might as well be a ticker tape parade.
They're terrible.
Baba, who are you going to go with this one?
Cincinnati.
All right. Everybody's going with Cincinnati in this one. Everybody's riding the Bengals train. What's the chat room looking like? And shout out to Gorilla Strong. What's up, my man? Thanks for dropping in here, bud. Hey, make sure that you write your picks as well and just send them to me so we all make sure that we all have our picks right here. I see Bengals, Dolphins. Alpha's going with Dolphins. Ronnie's going with Bengals. Rick's going with Dolphins secondary. This one looks like a little bit of a mix-up. So some people are a little bit choosing different sides in this way. It's going to be a weird game, but hopefully the Bengals pull out the victory in this one.
I believe they will with that issue.
I don't think it's going to even be close.
Well, they're in the division of the Jets, so hopefully they get the loss and the Jets have a chance. All right, so we got the next game. The Oakland Raiders going to Los Angeles to take on the Chargers. Oh, God. I'm going with the Chargers. I think they're the better team. I think Oakland came out with a sneaky win over the Cleveland Browns. I don't like what's going on. Oakland, I don't know. They need a pass rusher. They look garbage ever since Khalil Mack hasn't been there. So Chargers, better team in my opinion. I'm gonna go with them. JP.
I think the offense for Oakland is better than what they've been playing. But I think San Diego has a better defense than Oakland, and Oakland will the Chargers will make a stop in a key moment in the game. I think I'm going to go with Los Angeles.
Yeah, I think at some point, I guarantee people are going to demand that the team move back to San Diego.
It's going to be like last week. It's going to be like a 49-42 game. That's the kind of game it's going to be. That's what you're going to get.
It's going to be a high-scoring game, especially with Phillip Rivers. So I've got him as my quarterback. Goonie, who are you going with this one?
Much of a toss-up as it is, I got to go with the Chargers. They showed the best, and they showed the best out of the games. And the Raiders did what they could, but they did not seem that impressive. The Chargers did. So,
Baba, who are you going to go with?
I got to go with my Chargers.
All right.
You realize that we've all picked the same?
We've all picked the same so far?
I think so.
no, you picked the Jets.
Well, of course you picked the Jets.
Well, I have to break the panel score somehow. Of course, I got to do it. By the way, shout out, Gatekeeper Drew. You're against me this week in our fantasy league, or Gaykeeper. All right. A little trash shot, motherfucker. Hey, get the turkey. All right, next game. Oh, God. I wish we didn't even have to talk about this game. The Arizona Cardinals taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
I'm going to flip a coin real quick.
It feels like this is...
Somebody shoot me.
I think I was just hallucinating when I saw this.
I feel like this is the second time they're meeting.
This one's in Arizona this way.
Fuck, I'll go with the Cardinals just because it's her Cardinal. Okay.
You'll go with the Cardinals just to piss off Sir Cardinal. He's a 49ers fan, so he'll find that hilarious.
I do.
Oh no, I need water. Oh God. Although I spilt it. So I have to wait till the end of the show. JP, have you flipped your coin yet?
Yes, I did. I'm going to go with Heather. Wait, have you picked the same as me except for one?
Yes.
I'm going to go with Heather and I'm going to pick Arizona. But I'm picking the home team because Jesus Christ, both these two teams are going to be picking in the top 5 again.
Oh my God, this is such a garbage game. Baba, who are you going to go with this one?
Do I want the turd sandwich or a bottle full of piss? Gee, I don't know.
We've got our next soundbite for next episode.
Let's still break the monotony. I'm going to go with 49ers. I really don't fucking care if I win or lose this game. This game's going to be garbage.
You know what? I'm going to go with you, Bobbit. I'm going to go with the 49ers. I don't know why. I keep saying it every week. Arizona sucks. I said it last week. Arizona sucks. I'll say it again this week. Arizona sucks. I'm going to go with 49ers.
San Francisco sucks too.
That's not true?
No, San Francisco sucks too.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, they do suck. I just feel like CJ Beathard actually came out a little bit more impressive than I thought. That's all.
Well, I mean, Arizona's competitive. They're just not able to finish the job.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, every time I've seen them play, they've been competitive. They were competitive last week. They were competitive on Sunday. They just need the job done. They're playing a rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
They'll break through with the win, and I think that the 49ers could be that game.
Oh, no. Another Waterberg coming. I don't know what the fuck is going on with me tonight. Okay. What does the chat room say? It's a little bit – everybody's going with 49ers. I see a couple people going with the Cardinals. I see Rick H. Cardinals. Oh, Rick H is going with he says the 49ers. He says the Cardinals are the worst team in the NFL. Ace is going with the Cardinals. All right. So it looks like Ace is lone wolfing it. We've got a couple other games. We've got the Vikings taking on the Philadelphia Eagles, and this one is in Philadelphia. Bobby, we'll let you start with this one.
Based on what I've seen, Eagles is not playing well this year. I don't know what the hell's going on in Philadelphia, but
the Vikings aren't that hot either, Bobby.
This is a game I don't know.
Well, it's the Eagles versus the Vikings. That you do know.
Well, I know that part, but I'm going to go Philly.
You going to go with Philly? Good decision.
JP, who are you going with?
Come on, man.
Really?
It's in Philadelphia. Minnesota can't fight themselves out of a wet paper bag right now. They are coming off a bye week. Kirk Cousins is not the answer in Minnesota. I'm going with the Eagles. The Eagles still, I still think they're the best team in the NFC. Right now, they're just trying to find their identity.
And Goonie, who are you going to go with?
It's going to be the Eagles. They're playing better than the Vikings are.
Yeah, and they just got a main key piece beat. Nelson Aguilar, I think. One of their wide receivers just came back. Or Alton Jeffrey. No, that's the one. He just came back off of injury. So they just added another piece, and he was in the game last week. So I liked what I saw from him, and I'm going to go with the Eagles. I think this is going to be a close game that a lot of people expect, though. So I think it's not going to be a blowout game. I think it's going to be like a 2-3 touchdown game, I think. Who is the chat room saying?
Rick H is the only one going with Minnesota.
Oh, all right. So the Rick H is going with the Vikings. See, I like everybody coming in here. We always mix it up. Everybody's picking somebody different, and that's awesome. Got a few more games. 3 more games left here on the slate. We've got the hottest team right now in the NFL, the Los Angeles Rams, taking on the Seattle Seahawks in Seattle. 12th man, not going to be a factor. I chose the Rams at the beginning of the season. I think that they're going to beat the Seahawks no matter what. Just plain and simple. Bobbitt, you know what? You can trash talk the Seahawks if you want this game.
No, one of their players just did it for me. So I'm going Rams. Rams are way too fucking good, and Seahawks just doesn't have the team.
Yeah. No, as a fan, I agree with you. Goonie, who are you going with?
I'm going with the Rams also.
Rams. All right. JP?
Earl Thomas. That's all I got to fucking say.
All right. So he's going with the Rams.
If Earl Thomas was there, I'd give him a fighting chance. But without him, there is no. They ain't gonna stop. They ain't even gonna stop their.
Yeah,
They aren't even gonna stop. They just aren't. They probably couldn't even stop Pete Carroll from.
Well, they might as well just add Pete Carroll as part of the team now.
Oh shit!
Basically.
He might actually do better than the players they have on the field. No, it's Seahawks. Just they without Earl Thomas, they have nothing. They're done.
Yeah. I don't see Seahawks going anywhere this season is, and they're taking on Todd Gurley for fuck's sakes.
Exactly.
Come on, no, you're not stopping that beast. He's Marshawn Lynch 2.0. They're gonna get a taste of their own medicine from what Skittles did for them, and now they're gonna have it shoved down their throat.
Right.
All right, so it looks like the chat is going with the Rams as well. I don't think anybody's giving the Seahawks a chance. So, all right, you got the evening game. The Dallas Cowboys will be taking on the Houston Texans in Houston.
For fuck's sake, what is with the NFL and their shitty games this week?
Yeah,
It's a lot of shitty games.
Good God. At least they're giving us two teams that are shitty, so it might be a decent game, but good God, all fucking Friday.
I root for Texas. Oh, dear Lord.
Where's the game at?
In Houston.
This is in Houston.
It just depends on which team from Dallas shows up. That's why I don't pick Dallas, because you never know which team's going to show up. Dallas. I'm going to go with Dallas. Houston they don't have
what it takes to keep up with Dallas. That's the problem.
Are they going to be able to stop them from running the ball?
Yeah, this might be a trap game for Dallas because I do think Dallas should be the favorites in this game. I don't know. It's like I fucking hate how Houston's pissed me off since the beginning of the season.
You ain't the only one, man.
Yeah. I mean, Deshaun Watson, we finally got to see the Deshaun Watson that we saw last week, right? So,
right.
He if he's going to be playing the way he is, then I'm going to give the advantage to Houston.
But then again, we have to remember who Houston played last week.
Yeah. I just don't trust Dak Prescott right now. I don't know what's going on with Dak Prescott. He's not looking too good.
I've said this from the beginning. Here's the thing with damn Dallas. Dak Prescott, his rookie year, he was great. But what was the reason why he was looking so great? It's because they were giving the ball to Ezekiel Elliott, and they were able to run the ball, and they could do play action off of that.
Right.
That is what Dallas is.
Yeah, he's not a thrower.
Last year they went back to they went the opposite way. They used Ezekiel Elliott, who is getting paid to run the ball. The offense should revolve around Ezekiel Elliott and not Dak Prescott.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That offensive line is not built to pass. They're built to run. That is why Dallas fails every year because, we got the next Troy Aikman. The fuck you do. That kid, I watched him in college. He was a good quarterback, but he was not. He was a running spread option type quarterback. He's not a drop back Aaron Rodgers shotgun formation quarterback. That's not his cup of tea. He can't.
Right. And that's what's really holding them back, I think, Dallas, is because the fact that he doesn't fit the system. Because if you need to build the line around Ezekiel Elliott, they just lost Jason Witten last year.
Yep.
And that's a key piece to your offense that you've had for many years. Now is the time to start building up that line from scratch and build it around Ezekiel Elliott.
The offensive line is fine. They're missing Travis Frederick, their center.
Yes.
I think they're getting him back soon.
Right.
But it's because I was talking to a friend of mine that I work with is a Dallas Cowboy fan, and he was saying he should be coming back. And I said, what's going on with Dallas? He goes, they've revolved the offense around Dak Prescott, not Ezekiel Elliott. I said, I agree. If they go back to running the ball and using play action, no, Dak Prescott can throw the ball. I'm not saying he can't, but he's better at being a piece of the puzzle, not the whole puzzle.
Right. That's why I think that he should, when it comes to him, he shouldn't like do his run outsides and try and get yards in that. He needs to be more of a pocket passer. He needs to stay composed more and throw the ball.
That's where I'm saying they need to go back to. They need him to be that mobile quarterback that can get outside of the pocket and force the defense to go with him because he is that running threat, and that opens up the middle of the field. That's when they were successful. But then having him drop back and throw the ball, that's not his cup of tea. His cup of tea is running the ball, play action, getting outside of the pocket. That's what Dak Prescott is. Mm-hmm. Not that pocket guy. He's never going to be.
Right. That's probably why Tony Romo fit the system so well there.
Yeah. That is why.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, did we even make our picks for this game? Yeah, I think it was just a nice comment.
You have to pick Coop.
Goonie, did you make your pick?
I did. I picked Dallas.
All righty. And Bobbitt, did you make yours?
I'm choosing Dallas.
All right, going with the Dallas Cowboys. I'm you know what? I think I'm gonna go Houston just because I feel that Houston is gonna shock everybody somehow. But if not, I'm not fucking picking them ever again this season. They just piss me off. They just fucking piss.
You realize one of us always says something about one team like that every week.
Yeah, right now, this year for me, it's Houston. They've just been fucking me over with picks this year. What does the chat room say? It looks like everybody's going. Oh, geez, a lot of people are going with the Cowboys. Huh? I think it's just me and Rick that are just with Texans right now.
Yep.
All right. So, well, that was fun. I think we've made all of our picks for week 5. Hey, this has been a lot of fun this week. I'm glad that all of you have been here for joining us. Anything else that you guys want to add for tonight's episode?
Are you sure that's all? Because I only got 14 here.
Oh, there might be 14 to that.
Oh, there's a couple of games on bye week. Remember?
So there's 14 games this week. I do. I'm gonna tell everybody how they did. Who wants to know how they did?
Coop, you missed one.
All right, Bob.
I missed one.
Bob.
Yeah.
Which one, Bobbitt?
Redskins Saints.
That's not on here. Holy shit! When's that game?
Moving on. Who cares?
Oh, sorry. My screen was all the way down at the Monday night game. I totally forgot. Well done, Bobbitt. I forgot about the Monday game.
Here.
Okay. Well, then Bobbitt, I'll let you start with that game then. Holy shit, my screen was – I totally forgot the Monday night game.
It's in New Orleans, right?
Yeah, it's in New Orleans.
I'm going to go Saints.
That should be pretty easy. I think a lot of people might be going with the Saints. I'm even going to go with the Saints. I don't think the Redskins have a chance. I just they might bring a couple offensive weapons. That's about it. Saints, they're just too powerful. So going with the Saints.
Thinking that. I actually watched the Redskins play against the Packers. Keep thinking that the Redskins won't be able to compete. They have a defense. They will beat the Saints.
Really?
I watched that. They shut down Aaron Rodgers.
Wow. The Redskins defense. I never would have thought the day.
They actually have a really good defense.
For a long time, they've been missing it.
I'm going with the Redskins. Look, Saints have a fucking awesome offense, but they have no fucking defense. They're not going to stop Washington from scoring.
Right.
Washington will stop New Orleans at least once or twice. I don't see New Orleans stopping Washington, especially if they're able to run the ball, because they're good.
Adrian Peterson probably can get a couple of touchdowns in this game.
He watching it, and I fucking hate that fucking cocksucker with a passion. But what he did against Green Bay this year, and he's going up against, and the Saints have no fucking offense, no fucking defense, none. They ain't gonna be able to stop the Redskins. I don't see it.
Goonie, are you gonna go surprise us all as well?
I'm going with the Saints.
You went with the Saints.
Going with the Saints. Okay. Yep. What's the chat room going with here? It looks like JP's going with the surprise pick, in my opinion.
Well, Rick went with me.
Rick is spreading the pot around. I love Rick being here, man. Thanks, Rick. You've been making it fun for everybody tonight. I think everybody here has had a lot of fun here tonight. So let's try this again. Anybody else have anything else to say?
I'm going to tell everybody how they did last week. Good God, on Friday. Heather, go to bed. As y'all know, Heather did not miss a pick last week, so she went 15-0. I went 12-3. Bobbitt went 9-6. Coop went 10-5 on the panel. In the chat, D Wells went 11-4. Sarah went 11-4. Everybody had a good week. Everybody was over 500. Ronnie went 12-3. Aaron went 13-2.
Wow.
Ace went 10-5, and TSS went 9-6.
Nice. And I think everybody had a great week this week.
Gina and Cardinal went 9.5 and 5.5 because he didn't pick the Thursday game, so I gave him a half point. I always do that. And then Gina went 9.
That's like a Canadian move. You miss a field goal, we'll give you a point.
Yeah. Everybody had a really decent week. The picks were really easy last week.
That they were, but this week,
this week could really ruin some people. Coop is gonna send me the picks from the first week, so I'll let you know how the panel's doing. I did do the picks for, if I remember correctly, Aaron's in the lead with the chat picks. He's still behind us in the panel. Bobbitt, I think, is up there. Heather, without week 1, would be in the lead. But let's slow your roll. I'm still in the lead there, and I think Bobbitt's either like right behind me or we're tied. I can't remember. Because I know he beat me 1 week and I beat him 1 week. So we're like really close. I know that much.
Yeah, and I'm a little bit off to the bottom because I make my stupid picks for Heartwise.
Not too bad. Everybody's over 500, especially with this last week. So all of us have been like right around 500. I think you're maybe a couple of over 500 because I think you had that really bad week in week 2, like 6-10 or something like that.
Yeah, I picked it up this week for sure.
Yes, you did. You went 10-5.
Yeah, so I picked up that. I'm just probably about over average. So right. I've had a good week, and hopefully all of you guys are having fun here with your peaks or whatever peaks, your picks. Okay, well, other than that, anything else from Bobbitt or Goonie?
No.
No, you guys all had a great night, and I thank all of you guys. Once again, I want to thank my co-hosts here, and give yourselves a plug as well before we all leave tonight. JP and Goonie, where can we find you in your channels?
Well, of course, you can find me on the Cold Bone Show Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and then on Sundays for football stream, I stream the games. I usually try to do my best and tell you what's going on, and Heather sits over on the couch and goes through scores and stuff and lets me know if there's any big injuries and all that good stuff. Or I do pay-per-views for wrestling. You can also find me on Twitter at jpbaker91, on Instagram and Snapchat, and that's where you can find me at. And you can find Heather sitting right fucking next to me. She won't leave me the fuck alone. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
You can find me on Twitter at Goonie20 or the Tattooed Masses, either one. And you can find me on YouTube at the Tattooed Mistress or Tattooed Masses.
And go check these two out because they're streaming quite a lot. They always do the live streams as well for live reactions. So if you guys love being part of that, please make sure you go check out their channels and that. It's really fun that just being interactive with people in their live reactions. A lot of people like that feeling of just being part of it, right? And right. Bobbitt's always with you guys too, right? Is that where we can find you, Bobbitt?
Yeah, you can find me on the Cold Bone Show. You can also find me on the Found Out Bobbitt channel. And I'm also on Behind the Reels with Miss Heather.
And you can also find him on his PlayStation for are you streaming games lately, Bobbitt?
No, I don't have the internet for it, but I will as soon as I get better internet. And you can also find me on Pornhub at Fatmaster69.
All right, let that go, man.
He's I'm telling you right now, we're gonna get sponsored by them at some point. That's what Bob is aiming for.
Hey, Rick H, I would love to do that. I'm not gonna go through all 126 fucking games, but I'll pick like a few games. You know what? Next week I'll pick a few games. You come to the chat and we'll pick games, and I'll tell you a little backstory on each game if I can. That's what I'll do for the College Corner next week.
Excellent. I look forward to the College Corner, and I look forward to another great episode with all these great friends of mine and all of you in the chat room. Thanks all of you for being part of the show tonight. We'll look forward to you guys next Tuesday, and make sure you check out the blogs on JB Sports Radio. Is now officially got the name change. We are going to be getting into a little bit of sponsorships now for future episodes. I'm just confirmed with JB what he wants me to say, what the graphics look like. So there's a lot of things going on, and I want to thank all of you for being part of the show tonight. And hey, we'll see you next Tuesday, and keep up with everybody on their channels, and everybody will see you next time. See you guys.